Hi, just a quick tutorial video on how to repair an inflatable item. Um, I've repaired a inflatable kayak, an intex K2 two-man kayak. I've repaired an intex lazy spa. That's like the little cheapy kind of inflatable hot tub things you buy. I've also repaired some of my daughter's beach inflatable toys, but what I will say is some of the beach toys that you buy for like maybe £5 or £10, they're not always worth repairing. The plastic's quite thin, they rip easy. Sometimes you're better off throwing away and buying new, or buying a better branded item because it is repairs easier. The vinyl is of a better quality. So here I have a lid off a lazy spa. What I will say is this: lazy spa, for instance, come with some repair patches which are really good if you have a hole or a piercing on the flat surface of the tub or the lid, or a certain area. But when it comes to a rib or a contoured shaped part, you're really stuck. So I had a previous hole, which I will show you on this lid, which I've already repaired, and it was on the end of one of these ribs. Now this is a common area for them to go through on these tubs, and I patched it with the supplied patches, done a really good job trying to seal it, but it wouldn't seal because when you inflate it, it moves and the air escapes. The only way to repair that is to use some kind of adhesive sealant. The issue I found is when you buy an adhesive sealant online, you spend about £8 to £10. You use it, and because it cures, it air cures, so when the air gets to it, it cures and hardens but stays flexible. You spend that amount of money for a small hole, and then the tube is of no good. So I found a product, being an avid DIYer, that works really well around my house, and it works really well on this, because what you're looking for is a flexible adhesive that once it's cured, it has a really good grab adhesive but also flexible. Like I said, I've repaired a two-man kayak which went back into the ocean, used it a number of times, and it never let me down. Should we just go to the process of repairing this? I'm going to change the angle of the camera in a minute and you won't see me, which is good. But just before I get to that point, just want to say what I do to find a leak is inflate the item. You can either spray it with water to find the water bubbling. Make sure you spray it up as hard as, inflate it as hard as you can, and then spray it with some water to find the leak. Alternatively, sometimes I'll inflate the item and put my hand around it, or the back of my hand is a sensitive area, you'll feel the air leak. Or even sometimes you can hear it even around the area of your mouth. If you put your face or your cheek close to the inflatable item, rotate it, turn it around, you'll feel the air leak. What you need to do then is get a Sharpie or a permanent marker and mark the area of the vinyl and then deflate it. Okay, so I'm going to go through now to some things that I use. This is what I use for repairing. It's a really good product. It's called Soldal Fix All, and I use the clear rather than the white, brown, or the other colours. I personally think the clear is more flexible. Also, it looks neater when you repair something rather than having something of a different colour. So this is what I use. It will last for ages. It comes with a cap that you screw on the top after you've used it, and it will stay usable for many months, I've found, if you leave it in a cold, dry environment and keep the cap put on. So, and it's only about maybe £6 from Screwfix or Toolstation. So that's great stuff. I wouldn't use silicone, doesn't work, it just peels straight off the vinyl. But this has a really good adhesive quality and it stays flexible. So I'm gonna go over to the zoom into the item now so you won't see me. I'm still here. I'm just trying to get a good okay, so Hopefully you can see that because I can't get a lot closer. But so I've got a hole here that I found already. Now what I normally do on the ribbed area, let me just check that you're still seeing it. Yeah, you are. What I normally do is it was a very small air leak, but what I normally do is I get a blunt, this is a blunt screwdriver that I've had for ages. I normally slide this through. You can see that now on the inside to make a little bit of a hole, not forceful, okay, just to make a little bit of a hole, and then maybe slightly bigger than that, actually, maybe the size of I don't know, 4mm round, like that. Make a little hole, okay, little tiny hole, so you can I can actually now see the hole quite clearly, and I slide it. I want to make sure that I leave that hole open, so I'm going to squeeze the material so I can see the hole. The next thing I do is with some abrasive paper, which I've already done this actually, but I normally abrade the area, just key up the area, like you do with a puncture repair kit on a bicycle. Key that up, and then literally get yourself some tissue and make sure the whole area is really dry. And also what you want to be doing, you want to be working so that after you've used the adhesive, you're not moving it around, because you want it to set. You want to position it in a way so that you can leave it to set, and I recommend leaving it for the minimum of 24 hours, but my preference is for 2 days. Okay, so take the glue. Now what I normally do, I normally pump a little bit of glue onto my cloth, because sometimes you have a little knobby bit that's cured from previous use. This seems to be okay, so I just wipe it off, because you don't want a big hard lump stuck in your repair. Now again, I'll probably have this tool, make sure this whole area is open. The reason I'm doing this is so that what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump some adhesive inside, okay, so you can hold it like this. Actually, I'm going to pump some adhesive in the hole, so I've now got it right up to the hole, and I'm actually filling up the inside of this area, okay, and I can feel it going in, and I'm pumping. You can probably see now, and so what you end up with, there we go, is, and now I'm going to draw the gun out, and then gently get this flat again. I'm going to gently, with my finger, don't recommend this if you have skin issues, and you might have a skin issue after you've done this. I now work it into the end of this rib. So what you've ended up with is you've plugged the hole. So when it cures, you're going to have a plugged hole from the inside to the outside, and you're also going to end up with a nice amount of adhesive on the outside that is patched over it. So it's kind of what we call belt and braces. You've done two things to try and cure the problem, and I do brush it up the rib a little way, then leave that for wipe your finger off with a wet wipe or something afterwards as soon as you can. Leave that now. Notice that I haven't moved it around. I'm going to leave it now for 24 hours. Put the lid back on your adhesive, seal that up. Going to leave that now for 24 to 48 hours to cure. Let's see if you can see me here now. Once I've done that, I'll re-inflate it, and I'll test to make sure it's cured. And I normally leave it for overnight. I leave it for a period of time to make sure it is cured. And when I've tried it on other items, it might go slightly soft, but that's to do with the rise and fall of air temperature, but it doesn't go flat like it does with a hole. So I hope that helps. Bye.